Greetings, my name is Peter Katani, and we are going to continue our segment of talking about different colors in the Naruto Boruto card game. We already did red, now we're going into green. Normally, there's 18 different cards. Right now, I can only show 17 because one is under construction. It was deemed almost too powerful, so they're reviewing it to see if there's going to be any changes. But let's go into the spoils. First card is Shikamaru's kid. I can't say his name, I'll be honest. I did try to sound it out and I sounded weird, so I'm just not going to say it. But it's his kid, and it's a 1-drop. What did I tell you guys about 1-drops? They are very strong because on your first turn you start at 0. And if you play this for 1, it leaves your opponent only able to play a 1-drop so his turn doesn't end. Or if he plays a 2-drop, it automatically goes to your 1-drop and ends his turn. So this is almost like, I'm going to take a life. It does have this icon where it can't attack a battle card. Okay, that's what this symbol means. It says battle on the bottom. Can't attack any battle cards. So if your opponent has a sentinel out on the board, he can't do any attack. He can't deal with the sentinel, and that's okay. It's got to be balanced for a 1-drop because this 1-drop has 2 power, meaning that when it attacks the guardian stack, it has potential, slim, but potential to survive. If it attacks a 1-power battler, then it's going to live, and that makes this 1-drop very strong. So when it comes to our clap system, we're going to give it 3 claps because I deem it very strong, mostly because it is a 1-drop. Next, it's another card I can't say, but I promise you I can say almost everyone else. So I'm going to call him Obi-Wan Kenobi. I see like a lightsaber behind him. It looks cool. He's using the Force. And it is a 2-drop with the ability that when it attacks, it gains, you don't choose a battle card. He gains 5 strength. So instead of this 2 strength, he is 7 attacking a guardian stack, which is huge because with 7, he's harder to die through battle. He can die through effects, that happens, but while he's attacking for that turn, he's 7, so he's going to take in a guardian stack and most of the time survive. That's a huge deal, so your opponent still has to deal with it on their turn. Then he also has a guardian stack that gives you a +1 EX. That is very strong because he's cheap, being a 2-drop. He hits heavy, hitting for 7, and if he's in the guardian stack, he gives you a plus. That's 3 things that deserves 3 claps. On to the next. Next, Hinata. See, I'm getting okay with the names. She is a 3-drop with only 2 strength, but an ability that when it comes into play, you choose a battle card and give it 4 strength, which is really good because if you have a weak battler on the field and scared to attack the guardian stack because you don't want it to die, you're like, I want it to live so I can EX or anything, maybe I shouldn't attack, or they have a very strong sentinel on the board and no creature can deal with it. Hinata helps out on the team. She's a team player and she comes in, gives +4 to help out. She also even has a guardian stack which gives you a +1 EX. So far she looks incredible. So what clap do you think I should give? Let's do it thinking. Boom, boom, boom. It's not 3 if you thought, it is 2. Why is that? Because she is a 3-drop 2 power. And if you do not have any battle cards on your side of the field when you play her, she is almost considered a vanilla. She doesn't help. She's great when you already have battle cards on the field, but if your opponent's controlling the board, leaving you with no battlers on your turn, +4, it's not really doing anything. So, as strong as she is, we can't give her that 3 clap because she needs support to be good. Next card, Shikamaru. He's a 2-drop with 4 power already. That's very strong because most of the time when he attacks, he is going to live because 4 is one of the solid numbers that's going to survive battlers most of the time, unless he hits something super strong, and that's okay. But 4 is one of those that's really good and hard for your opponent to deal with without trading something big of his board. The only thing is he has this icon of can't attack battlers, which makes sense because Shikamaru is a very laid-back guy. I'm sure he doesn't mind doing missions or getting guardian stacks, but attacking battlers, that's not his thing. I respect that. I'm the same way. So that hinders him just a little bit because your opponent has a sentinel. Again, you can't attack him. It's a shame because with 4 power, we can deal with some sentinels. So hinders a little bit. And the fact that it doesn't have a guardian stack it's okay because with 4 strength, it's going to deal with most things attacking you. So for this, we're going to give it 2 claps. This icon is the only thing that hinders it a little bit. Outside of that, it's a fantastic card. Next is Haku. And look at the signs. Is there anything cool about these Naruto things? It's like the signs. Whoa! Where'd I go? Okay, hold up. Don't freak out, guys. Don't freak out. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. And okay, that was freaky. No signs, bro. Stay away from them. Bad juju. But Haku is a 3-drop that has 2 powers, so kind of weak, but has this beautiful ability called Legion. And what Legion does is after this battle or attacks, your next battle card or EX card gets -2 power. Why doesn't it just say, oh, +2 time? Reason why is because this Legion's only to help out battle cards, not your action cards. Action cards cost a symbol of blue on top. And if it was to +2 times, you can do actions or anything. This is to only help out battle cards, so it's called Legions, making them 2 less. So an example is, let's say we have Shikamaru in our hand and Haku's on the board. We're going to tackle Haku. If she dies, it doesn't matter because 2 power, she's most likely going to die. It happens. But if she dies, it's okay. The next battle card we play costs -2 less. So this makes Shikamaru free because it's the next battle card we play. We're going to play this for free and replace basically Haku. It's really, that ability is to help your higher cost battlers. Let's say a 6-drop, now -2 becomes a 4-drop. So it's supposed to help out. It's pretty good ability. And it also has a guardian ability that +2 times, which is amazing. Because what +2 time does is if your opponent attacks the guardian stack and +2 times, an example is they're at, let's use an example real quick. Let's put our fancy clock together and bam. So we're going to use an example. Let's say your opponent's at 1 and they attack this Haku with a guardian stack. +2 times, you're going to go 1, 2, and it went to my side. And it ends his whole turn afterwards. You can't play anything, it completely shuts down. And most of the time you want to attack, then play something. Because let's say you play something in an attack, and you hit something that destroys 2 creatures on the board. Oh man, why did I play that? That made no sense. You want to attack first, then play something. But this Haku literally has a chance to end your opponent's turn. So, very strong. And for that, we are going to give it 3 claps. I had to decide real quick. This was a little tricky because there's nothing wrong with it. It's a 3-drop, 2 power, and that's the only thing that's like questionable. But what it is it's an investment. You're playing this for 3, and yeah, most likely you're gonna die next turn when you attack. But it's investing this card, so next turn you have almost 2 more times to work with to play the bomb that you want to play. And green has some crazy bombs. Let's keep going. Next is Sakura and Sarada, her daughter. That's a nice little touch card. You can see so much passion in this card. It is an action card, that's why it's blue up here. And it's cost 3, giving you 5 time. Now, why doesn't it say 0 + 2 time? Because that's theoretically what it is. You're paying 3 to get 5. You're getting 2 more. The reason for that is because there's cards outside of green, others, so when you mix and match, that make action cards cost a little less. So if it's 1 less, let's say it costs 2, giving you 5. So if it costs 2, giving you 5, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gives you +3. That's not bad, if you can understand what I'm saying. So we're going to use an example of this, of how it works, because this is my little system, my little plot. So let's say you're at 2. 1, 2, 3. It goes to your opponent's 1, but you got to fulfill the whole effect. So then you're giving yourself 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You basically gave yourself a +2, but the reason there wasn't a 0 + 2 is because there's strategies in this game that you can put in to make action cards cost less, so this card can give you even more time. Very strong, and it has a guardian ability of +2, which can almost potentially end your opponent's turn when they're attacking. It's very strong. We're going to give this card 3 claps. The reason why is because green has nothing but bombs, have monsters in the deck, and you don't want to give your opponent too much time. This card helps with that, giving you 2 more time to play your bomb and give your opponent less time to work with afterwards. Very strong. Next, Team 7. You know it automatically gotta be good because Team 7, they saved the world in Naruto, now in Boruto. Let's see if they're gonna save the world. It's an action card for 3 costs. Okay, not bad. And it gives you 1 guardian. What that means is you grab top card of your deck and put it into the Guardian stack. So it's almost like a heal in your life. Not bad. And in the Guardian stack, if it gets attacked, you do the exact same thing, so it replaces itself. This guy hit, that's fine, it replaces, and it's almost like your opponent did no damage there. So, very strong card for what green does. We're going to give it 2 claps. Why are we giving it 2 claps when it can replace itself? It's strong and it heals. It doesn't deal with the board. It does no impact into the board state. So if your opponent has a monster that you need to get rid of, this card slows down you taking a beating, yes, but it does not deal with the initial threat, and that's the only problem that I have with it. But 2 claps is still strong. It's not 1. We're gonna get to the 1 soon. Oh, you know Garo, and he's doing that crush sand thing. You know it's gotta be good. He's a 4 cost with Sentinel. Sentinel, you know you gotta respect Sentinel. That has, when it comes into play, draw 1 EX card. Okay, not bad. 3 strength, pretty solid for a Sentinel, and has an ability that if it gets destroyed in the Guardian, again guys, what does destroyed mean in the Guardian? That when your opponent attacks the Guardian stack, if they're attacking with a 2 or less power and they attack Garo, Garo didn't get destroyed, it got discarded afterwards. It doesn't stay in your Guardian stack, it literally goes to the graveyard, but after being discarded. Destroyed means it got hit by 3 or higher. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think 14 is the strongest. If it got hit by that, it got destroyed, and then you can activate the effect to give yourself 3 times, which almost can end your opponent's turn. Hopefully you guys understand what this symbol means. It's a big deal. If they attack with a 2 or less and hit Garo, Garo is stronger, so he didn't get destroyed by battle, he just got discarded by game mechanics. So hopefully you understand. But everything else about this card is super strong. 4 drop that gets you an EX and Sentinel. We're gonna give it 3 claps. I like it. Next, Tenten. Big fan. She was actually one of my favorite characters in the beginning. As you can tell, I didn't have class. I didn't see the potential of Naruto and Sasuke. I was like, Tenten's awesome. She throws a bunch of grenades, knives, and all these things. She was all about tools. I'm like, that's super strong. But later on, as you watch the show, you realize that ninja tools weren't that big of a deal. She is a 4 cost with a powerful ability of Legion. So again, it's like an investment. You want to give your next, when she attacks, your next battle card is going to cost 2 less. Power strength of 3, okay, has potential to survive with a Guardian ability that if it gets attacked in the Guardian stack, you get an EX card. Okay. With this card, I'm gonna give it 2 claps because cost of 4 is kind of high. Just to be 3 strength, a little low, not good enough, but it does help you play bigger cards with the ability of Legion. So it doesn't deserve the 1 clap. I think 2 is completely fair. Next card. Shino. It's a 4 cost with 5 powers. My god, do you see how powerful this is? With no Guardian stack, I'm gonna call it right now. I gotta give claps to every card, even if they don't deserve it. These vanillas, after a 1-drop, you can make a vanilla 1-drop and that's fine. That's genius. But afterwards, anything higher, vanillas in this game doesn't help too much. If it was a 4-drop 10 power, I understand, let it be a vanilla. It's too strong. But it is a 4-drop for 5. I'd rather play a 4-drop with an effect for like 4, maybe even 3. 5 ain't bad. It's a decent, solid number, but it offers nothing. Like, it doesn't do anything in the game state. It doesn't have any guarding ability. Whatever attacked it, if it's 5 or less, it's gonna kill, and that's not bad. But having a guarding ability is important. Vanilla's outside of 1, and so for now we're only gonna give it that 1 clap. Next, whew, Neji. Sadly, 1 clap. Let's go into this. It is a 5-drop with 7, which is better than the Shino that being a 4 to 5. That's only a +1. This is a 5 to 7, so it's almost like giving yourself 2 more power. Strong. 7 is a solid number, but that vanilla, again, it needs to do something. Pretty much whatever's attacking. 7's a solid that's going to kill almost 90% of whatever's attacking, but it's too heavy of a cost for it not to do anything in the game state. And if your opponent kills it on their turn and they bounce it back to your hand, you got no value off it. So for that, we're going to give it a 1 star. I don't think Vanilla's outside of 1 is worth it, but I could be completely wrong. Ooh, next is Zabuza. Japanese is not bad. We're going to Japan soon, I promise you. It is a 5 cost with 6 power, automatically strong. No guardian. Not good, but 6 is still good. It's not that bad. It means like whatever's attacking it has a potential to kill. And then it has the ability of attacking 2 guardian stacks. Solid. With Legion of 3, amazing. It's like ran 3. But it can't attack a battler. So if your opponent puts a sentinel, a 1 power sentinel, Zabuza can't use this beautiful ability of Legion -3 because it can't do an attack until you get rid of the sentinel. So for that, we are going to give it 2 claps. It's not vanilla. It does have a really good effect to ramp you to play a bigger card for 3. Very strong. It attacks 2 guardian stacks. Having 6 power is already strong. But this right here hinders this completely because let's say turn 1 I play this. Alright, next turn I'm going to get 3 Legion off the bat. Let's go. And then they play a Sentinel, I don't know, or 1/1. You're like, I can't attack with Zabuza this turn. That sucks. So for that, we gave it 2 claps. Next, Naruto doing that Rasengan. I believe this is when he was attacking Sasuke and they were going in Chidori with Rasengan and Kakashigan in the middle and stopped him. I believe that's what this picture is because that's one of my favorite scenes. It is a 5-drop with Sentinel. Strong. In play, grab a EX card, not bad, and power of 5. 5 being 5 and a Sentinel being 5, all around, that's very strong. It might not have any Guardian stack, I will give you that. So when it gets attacked, if they're swinging for anything 6 and higher, Naruto's not dealing with it. But everything else in this stack is perfect. A 5-drop being 5 power and Sentinel, very strong. And for that, I will give it the 3 claps. A Sentinel being 5 power, 5 strength is something solid. As you will play, you will notice 5 strength is pretty strong. And in time, you will understand why that clap was at 3 and not 2. Next, it's Momoshiki. If I said that right, then my reading is getting a lot better. Momoshiki is a 6 cost with 9 strength. That is super strong, but super strong. Has this ability though that cannot hit battlers. So if they have a Sentinel, this card completely cannot touch it. Green has a lot of these symbols where they're super strong, but they're limited to anything of Sentinel. And it attacks 2 Guardian stacks, which is very strong because being 9 power, most of the time by battle, it's not gonna die. It might die through an effect, it might get bounced back or get destroyed by some effect. But 9 power is pushing through, hitting the Guardian stack for 2, as long as they don't have a Sentinel. And for that, I will give it the 2 claps. Not being an attack battler is a huge deal. Like you play this, you invest that much time into it on your opponent's turn, knows that he doesn't have anything to deal with it, but he has this 1-drop, 2-drop Sentinel. I'll just play this. So that almost takes care of it until one of your other cards can remove that Sentinel and he can go to the Guardian stack. So for that, we gave it 2 claps. Next is Shikamaru. Getting beat up a little bit. 7 power, so kind of a little high. 6, alright. Attacks 2 Guardian, but plus -4 Legion. Very strong. Very, very strong. So after it attacks, it's attacking the Guardian stack for 2. Not bad. And the next card you play, the next battler you play, will be -4. It's very good, guys. It's almost like giving yourself 4 times. So for that, we are going to give this one 2 claps. I can't give it 3 because it is a 7-drop. It is heavy. And 6 power, it theoretically can die to attacking and hitting a tie 6. I wanted a little higher. I wanted 7 to 7, but you know what? It's called balance. You gotta have some balance in the game, and everything else about this card is fantastic. So for that, we gave it 2 claps. And next, look at this monster. If I was in a card, I think this would be me. I'd be like, oh, and the reason why is because it is an 8-drop. It's heavy, so maybe low claps. Strength 9 though. Not bad, not bad. It attacks 2 Guardians. When it comes into play, you draw an EX. And this is the main reason why automatically I'm going to spoil it and give you 3 claps. This card is super strong. I want you guys to know that. Yes, it costs 8, but it is a 9 power Sentinel. Sentinel. You know how hard it is to deal with this 9 drop? You will find out as you play. This guy is a monster. Unless they have a card that says Destroy Sentinel or a card to bounce it back through sheer battling, it's really hard to get to the 9. How many 9s have you seen so far? Not many, right? The 9 that you did see, which was a couple back, can't attack Sentinels, so this can't deal with it. This guy's at 9 power. So through battle, he almost can't die. You have to deal with him through effects. And then, if he's in your Guardian stack, he's still 9 power. He pretty much almost kills anything attacking the Guardian stack. Plus, he has an ability, which all your other battle cards gain Sentinel. So any tap card on the board automatically gains Sentinel, so your opponent can't push. If they're trying to go for game, they're like, oh, I have enough to kill him. Boom, they hit this. Whatever attack most likely died, and now their other battle cards have to swing at your battle cards that are arrested. This card all around, again, 3 claps, is very strong. One of the best cards in the game. And next is Kakashi doing Shidori, so you know this card's gotta be good. It's 10 cost, 12 strength, that's the highest we've shown, with an attacking 3 more Guardians, so 4 Guardians in the stack. It's plus 3s, because you know an attack is automatically 1. And this plus 3 means 4 Guardian stacks. And when it comes into play, you get automatically a Guardian. Solid card. If your opponent does not deal with it and does not have a Sentinel, this is going for the Guardian stack. This is going to hit hard. For that, we are going to give it 3 claps. It wasn't hard to know. Yes, it doesn't have immediate impact to the game like on the board state, so if they have a threat and you can't deal with it, you're like, I dropped this Kakashi. You give them a bunch of time, I promise you that much. But we have a lot of cards like Legion and Green to try to make this cheaper. And if you're going against a color that cannot deal with it, red being able to bounce it, but every other color you will see that it's like, oh, how do I deal with this Kakashi? This guy's going the mile. 12 is very strong. He ain't dying by battle. No Guardian stack, but 12 is still going to probably kill anything attacking. For that, one of the strong cards in the game. Maybe not as strong as this guy. By power, yes, but by effects, this guy's the man. Kakashi is a leader of his own. I've been attacking 4 Guardians. Very strong, ends the game real quick. So, that's it, guys. That's all the green that I had to show. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to put a little flavor in there. These are my rate systems based on my own opinion on playing the game. If you guys think differently, leave a comment in below. Leave a like if you liked it. And I'm going to see you guys next time. Later, guys.